Senteza, maybe you could give us a glimpse, because leaving it for tomorrow, when the event is tomorrow, and this is a team that has to travel from out of town, maybe let's put it to bed here. Which hippos do we see? Or do we see no hippos at all?
I cannot speak for Uganda Rugby Union and the technical wing, but I know that the union has a particular team registered officially.
Okay.
And there are documents that are in the system. So if there's any other team that is out of that, I think they need to do a little bit of work to reconcile with whatever that is supposed to be at the URIU.
So now that's the question that we need to ask on the other side, know which team is in their system. Or we just wait and see.
No, if you've been following the trend, the answer is becoming a bit clear. If you've followed the trends.
So
because
we
if
wait
you remember,
and
there was that AGM where one faction was locked out and one was allowed in. That should tell you which documents are. But that is me again and my supposition. It is all mbu. One of the most beautiful words in Uganda. 3 letters, but totally exonerates you from all responsibility.
All right. Or when you're doing reports, say allegedly.
Allegedly, it is
sources.
It's a friend of ours who uses it a lot on Sanyuka. Because I have told him it will not save him one of these days. All right, let's jump to the ladies' game. Avengers, defending champions without their key captain, Peace Lekuru, who's now in the UK, will be out to defend their title against the likes of the Thunderbirds, against the Black Pearls, who also have lost their freak of an athlete. I was about to complain and say this year they should put Lekuru alone. Let her play as her alone, because it was a cheat code having her on the team.
I think we can say it is Uganda Sevens this year. There's no Lekuru.
No Lekuru
for Peace. There's no Lekuru for Emily on both ends.
No, and there's no Lekuru and there's Peace in the tournament. Because the teams all teams would be terrorized every time you'd see a Lekuru on the pitch.
And you know, one of the things I saw a post. I think there should be Adam East Beasts. Yeah, he was asking which who will break that 83 try record by Peace Lekuru. I think overall as a series, because 83 divided by 7 is maybe 84 by 12. 84 by 7 is 12. So if we can have 12 tries per weekend, I think if as a whole there are some teams which will not score 83 tries. Of the 7 weekends, because that's 12 tries a weekend. In the men's competition, you have to score 19 tries and above to win. In the women's competition, that number drops to around 10, 12, depending on how the polls go. So you find there are some teams, I think, if you don't reach the semi-finals in the women's game, you will not score more than 10 tries. So Emily Lekuru alone was already scoring more tries per circuit and overall than some teams that she was competing against. So now, I don't think that 83 try record is going to be broken.
So talk to us. Who is the new kid on the block to look out for? Who takes the crown or starts to vie for that crown of MVP? Who are we looking out for? And which teams? Because while all this is going on, we have not mentioned much about a very hungry outfit that has steadily improved in both the She-Wolves, but also in the Nile Rapids. I think, first of all, I'm very happy to see the She-Wolves play again. I enjoyed the havoc they wreaked on people, especially in Mbarara Sevens.
I was about to tell you that. I was about to tell you that Emily Lekuru wasn't winning MVP awards anyway, so they can continue being won by another person. But you have, and for me, I'm not going to look very far. From the She-Wolves, you have Habiba Namulemba. I'm not going to look further than the Thunderbirds. On the Thunderbirds team, you have the likes of Janan Nandudu, Kamfa Tanganyika. They've carried that form from the league. If Sami Aikoro is going to play, maybe she could be the standout name that just top of the mind awareness. But for me, I'm looking at She-Wolves. They reached the final last year in Bara and they lost to Thunderbirds. And Thunderbirds had that bit of, I can't call it physical edge, but mature approach. There is a bit of mature approach. But now the She-Wolves, if they can overcome the financial challenges that plagued their 7th season, and maybe even the Elgon Wolves, because now that's a Mbale entity, if they can overcome those challenges, I would love to see She-Wolves maybe win a circuit perhaps reach a few finals, and then it can get spicy. On the other hand, you have Avengers defending champions. Fazira Namukwaya was their sevens captain, so, and she's a hooker. See, we're talking about Sylvester Mungwasel saying that he wants to play sevens. We have Fazira and also Yvonne Najuma playing sevens. So these are front row forwards who would love to see the game. Then away from those that are going to win the championship, you just now look back down. Panthers played their first 15 season, got a couple of wins in there. One, which was not in the boardroom, one was on the pitch. And then the Eels as well. Eels has been this team that, just like Rams, slowly but steadily building a competitive team. So I think Black Pearl still have lots and lots of experience. There's no seven season. Maybe if Rugby Africa announces that the Africa Women's Seven is going to be maybe September or October, we could see the sevens players pulled out. But if everyone is available, Black Pearl still have enough to compete favorably. And now it's to see how the Avengers are going to defend their title against very inspired teams in Thunderbirds and of course the Black Pearls.
All right, 7 legs, 2 rest weekends, non-stop action. It all starts tomorrow at the Kabaka Coronation 7, and the broadcast will be live here on NBS Sport. That's from midday all the way to 4 p.m. tomorrow, and then the action continues on the Afro Mobile app. That's on NBS Live. And then on Sunday, from midday all the way to the crowning of whoever will win the Kabaka Coronation 7. We just have about 2 minutes to wrap this up, so I'm going to throw this one to you, Charles, as we wrap up. What would you love to see from the crowds, from the fans and the community engagement this weekend? And how do you think this lays a foundation for the Coronation 7 and for rugby growth going forward?
I think I want to see the fans really engaged in the activities over the weekend. I want to see fans get engaged in the medical camp. I want the excitement. I want to see what they can surprise us with in terms of culture. There are guys who used to come with quads and deku, and they have a sip of their beer and that kind of stuff. I like to see that kind of thing. Someone can pull off a kanzu stunt somewhere. I don't know. Fans can surprise you. So I want to see elements attached to.
And if the fans want to see in the camera.
There are those who are actually very confident that can pull off such a thing. So yeah, would be happy to see them. But most importantly, before I forget, we have a flash sale of tickets going on. 15K for the weekend. So ordinary. So if someone can jump on that, it's running for a few hours. I think it started at around 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken. But it's running, I think, until around 10 or something like that. So
10 a.m. or 10 p.m. tonight?
10 p.m. We will review. We'll see how it's performing, and then we need the crowds. We need people to enjoy the game. You can save the 5K for Mama Chigere.
Yes.
Yeah.